Because the lights merry-go-round between because the lights merry-go-round between
Hey, Shorty, happy to have you tonight. How are you feeling tonight at the A Beautiful Voice premiere?
I'm doing well. I'm just, enjoying everyone who came out to support. Love the feedback.
Awesome. And Gregory mentioned that he wouldn't be here without your help. How does it feel to be valued by him so much?
I feel really honored to be working with someone who sees worth in me and value. Took a chance. Like, this is my first feature film, and as a DP and as an editor, so it's for both of us. We were both learning as we were making this movie, and he gave me that leeway to do what I can do, and we just bouncing off. But like, I really appreciate the support he had in me for this, and I'm looking forward to working again with him.
Awesome. And how was it going through two different stories and finding a way to piece them together and making one new film almost?
We found a good balance between it, from a movie about a stuttering girl to a movie about a girl making a movie about a stuttering girl. We basically used Lisa Part 2 as the vehicle for her to tell us the story of Sivan, the stuttering girl. So it's like we were all watching from Lisa's point of view, and we're learning Savant's story of her like coming to terms with a relationship and like dealing with all the hardship of a relationship and like having a disability and how people like take will accept me or not. So we found a good balance to like put two and two together because both kind of are going through it. One girl's showing her first movie, and the other girl is like during her first relationship. So we found a good balance.
Yeah, I think so too. So Gregory talks so highly of you and the work that you do. Where does your love for making film come from?
I always been a fanatic for movies as early as I can remember. Had a Barbie doll camera, and I record everything. Yearbook photography. I was always behind the camera, so I'm glad Greg took a chance on me and gave me the opportunity to stay behind camera and can bring him more projects, and hopefully we have more down the line.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So my last question is, what do you think people who stutter can take away from this film?
For the people who stutters and can take away from this movie is that everyone stutters to a certain degree. Some do it more, some do it less. It's not a problem. We want to hear your stories. We want to listen to your stories. We want to see the perspectives because some people may not have a perspective of like what it is to deal with stuttering or like constant stuttering. Just as like people may not understand how it is for Liv, Lisa's character. Sorry, backward. Lisa Liv's character on making her first feature film and showing it. So that at the end of the day, we're focused on stuttering and making sure that, hey, everyone has a story to tell, and that's what Lisa in the movie is showing. Regardless of what you have or what you can't do or you can do, you have a story to tell.
Hey Matt, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, thank you. So you are a member of the Fort Worth NSA, is that right? How's your experience been being a part of that organization?
Yeah, it's actually been uh, pretty good. We just got going, I think, uh, 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 probably February or March, and so we've been trying to grow the chapter more this year and get more people involved. We really just wanted to be able to reach people who uh, uh, didn't want to travel all the way to Dallas, and we got a lot of people who uh, 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 wanted to be plugged into the Fort Worth chapter, and so it's been really good so far.
Awesome, awesome. And then how long would you say that you struggled with stuttering?
I'd say as long as I can remember. Probably earliest I can recall is probably grade school, like probably first grade, I would say. But yeah, it's just been my whole life. I am tw- uh, 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 24 now, so just kind of a part of the daily life. So
Gotcha. And then what do you remember what age you started actually talking?
talking, I think it was around normal age. I don't really think it was like uh, uh, too late, particularly. It was just the kind of when I began talking. I guess it began a little bit, became a little bit more noticeable over time.
And then would you say the NSA has really helped you? And if so, what way would you say the NSA has helped?
Um, I would say the NSA has helped just by being able to uh, uh, build a community around me of people who go through the same things that I do. Like going through my regular life, I don't really come across anybody who has like the same issues as me, like the same struggles as me, and so it's just really nice to be around uh, uh, people who know my struggle, who have probably been having to deal with it a lot longer than I have. You know, they're older, so it's just good to be seen and be heard.
Hi, Jorge. How are you doing tonight? How does it feel to finally be here at the Beautiful Voice premiere?
Oh, it feels awesome. I'm very excited to be part of this. Yeah.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you. So, my first question is tell me a little bit about the character you play in the film.
So my character's name is Eugene. He is coming. He's one of the friends from Lisa to go into her place to watch the film and support her. My character is overall very supportive and very honest about the stuff that he says to support Lisa in her film. So and I feel like I'm like him a lot. So for me, it was kind of easy to connect with him mentally because I would do the same thing that he does.
So,
So
you're like that supportive friend as well.
exactly, yeah.
That's awesome. It's always good to have good supportive friends in your corner, 100%. My next question is what do you think people will take away from this film?
They will take away the fact that I personally think that when you have an obstacle in you, whether it's stuttering or something like that, I think the most important thing that they will take away from this is that when they watch the film, they will know that it doesn't matter whether I have stuttering or not. Like I'm always gonna do whatever I want to do. I want to accomplish the goals that I want to accomplish, and the film will give inspiration to those people who might need help, and it will be sort of like some sort of motivation to to go out there and accomplish goals that they want to do, to live life and don't let anything affect you, so also another important thing is support of friends. So in this case, Lisa wants to get support for her film, so it's important as well to get support from those close to you so you can improve on whatever thing you want to do, and in the future you can learn from that and do bigger things.
Yeah, I think that's a good reminder. And you're the second person tonight to just like that mindset of saying yes to things that scare you or just getting out there. So I think that's always such a good reminder because life is short. So it's like get out there and enjoy it. Yeah. And my last question is, why do you think there aren't more movies on the subject of stuttering?
um, it's such a unique subject. I think personally, I think there should be more. I feel like there are not enough that cover this subject. They might cover other subjects, but I think stutter in particular, I feel like it's not explored enough. And those people who have this disability, I feel like they need more to connect and be able to connect with people who also support them, like Gregory, and find some sort of inspiration and motivation to feel like they're not alone, to feel like they have bigger support systems. So I feel like there's not enough films that cover this topic. So I'm very happy that Gregory is doing this film, and I'm very glad to see people here being happy and supportive. Um, and yeah, like I said, I feel like this topic should be covered a lot more. There's not enough films about stuttering, so um, there has to be more a bigger audience for this particular topic. So yeah.
Awesome. And anything else for tonight that you want to share or that you want people to take away or should take away from the film?
Um, I think I think just enjoy the movie as much as you can, enjoy the film as much as you can, have fun, and try to learn as much as you can from the film because it does have a lot of important themes, important topics that you can learn a lot from. So go into the mentality of having a good time, but also be able to learn something new from it. So that's always important whenever you watch a film. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a great time. I hope you enjoyed the film and we'll have a good evening. Okay. Hey, Sky, how does it feel to be here tonight at the premiere and everything? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited, anxious, scared, like all of the above. And my heart's just racing.
Well, you look beautiful, so no need to be anxious or scared. So I wanted to ask, can you tell me a little bit about your role, the character that you play in A Beautiful Voice?
So I play Rachel in the film The Beautiful Voice. So I'm basically the best friend of the main character, and so I'm here to give my support, and like listen and actually give some good supportive feedback to my best friend, about this movie, and also learn a lot about what she has to tell in her movie.
Awesome. Also, do you know any films that cover the topic of stuttering, and do you think more could be made?
Um, I don't I don't think there is any about stuttering. So I believe that there could be more that could be made. Just the same as like people will be making like horror movies back to back to back. Like they should be definitely talking about this more, or definitely other different aspects of struggles in people's lives should definitely be portrayed more.
Absolutely, I fully agree. And then, why would you say that people who stutter need to watch this film, or you would encourage people to watch this film that do stutter?
I encourage people to watch this film that do stutter because it's just um, like putting myself in their shoes, I would see that it would just be great to see that there is awareness that people do see them, and then also just kind to like show the world like they are out there and that they do have struggles like this, and to help them, support them in any way possible. So anybody could come watch this film, but the people who do stutter, it's just great to come together as a group and watch a film that not a lot of people see, and actually feel full and happy that somebody's like seeing them and showing like support.
Absolutely, I fully agree. Is there anything else that you want to share or take away, or want people to take away from the film, or anything else you would like to share?
Um, Takeaway from the film, I would say that even though there are some good dramatic scenes, I think it's more of a learning lesson. So definitely open your ears, open your eyes, open your heart to see what is being shown in the story, and also learn something so that when this does happen, like in life, you know at least their perspective and how you can be more considerate and compassionate towards them.
Thank you so much, Sky. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the film. Hey, JC, how does it feel to be here tonight at the Beautiful Voice premiere?
It feels so good. Honestly, a lot more than I was expecting. I was not expecting this big billboard, I guess you'd call it, but it's really cool.
Yeah, well, we're so excited to have you. So, my question is, Gregory mentioned after seeing you go over your lines that he knew you could help with this story. What was it like working with him in the cast?
It was really inspiring. I mean, honestly, all the cast members, we didn't really know a lot about stuttering, but he really helped us kind of gain some insight into that, and it helped create the story and the characters.
Awesome. And then you had to do a little bit of stuttering in the film. Did that help you understand more of what those who stutter go through or deals with it everyday basis?
Yeah, I had never tried stuttering before, I guess, so I mean, I watched like some videos of people who stuttered before and tried to kind of imitate what they have to go through and what they do. And it really helped me gain some insight into what they go through on a daily basis trying to communicate.
Sorry, I'm not a professional yet. My other question is, why do you think people who stutter should find a way to watch this film, or how it may impact other people?
Representation for anyone is always so important. It makes everyone feel included and seen. And if you stutter, it can create like a big confidence boost for yourself, seeing yourself represented like that.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. And then, is there anything else you want to share or that people should take away from the film tonight?
I just hope that they enjoy watching it, and I'd love to hear what they think about it.
Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the film and have a good time tonight. Thank you. Hey, Sivan. Hello. How does it feel to be here tonight?
It feels just unreal and so magical and special.
I'm so glad to hear that. So, did you ever think inviting Gregory to a National Stuttering Association meeting would lead you flying back to Dallas to watch a film you inspired him to make?
Not at all. This is totally, some moments in life are just beyond wildest expectation and beyond our imagination. This is one of those moments. Like, I would have never, if you told me however many years ago that I met Gregory now, 4 or 5 years, like, this will be a movie that you and Greg talk about and think about together at some point, I wouldn't have believed you. So surreal.
Yes. So, what was your thoughts when he called you years after talking to you and letting you know he wanted you to come see it?
I was shocked, and I was also really scared. I was really afraid of my stuttering being exposed and people kind of hearing my story and seeing me as a person who stutters, because it's something that I really kept private for a long time. Something that I was really ashamed about and felt like I had to hide from the world. So it was like my biggest, darkest secret was being exposed to the public, and I was really, really worried actually.
Yeah, well, I think it's such a special story to be told. So I'm so glad that you allowed him to do it. And I'm so glad y'all connected too. So that's amazing. And this is off the record, but your skin is beautiful.
Thank you. I just got a hydrofacial today.
Oh, those are so good.
Incredible.
Yeah, they're
Incredible.
amazing. They're amazing.
Life changing. Greg was life changing, and a hydrofacial.
Two life-changing moments. So the next question is, how did you enjoy your time as a chapter leader during your time in Dallas?
Oh my God, it was definitely like one of the highlights of my time in Dallas. I really, really enjoyed chapter leading. The people make it special, right? It's like these people that share a similar struggle as you and really understand you in a deep way. Made my time as chapter leader so special. And some of my best friends actually now are people that I met in the chapter. Like, we're still friends 10 years later, 15 years later. they get me and I get them. So it was very special.
Oh, that's beautiful. My next question is, so this film focuses on stuttering. Do you think more stories should be told, and do you think some people who stutter will be willing to help tell those stories?
David, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, no worries. So this film focuses on stuttering. Do you think more stories should be told, and do you think some people who stutter will be willing to help tell those stories?
Okay, it's like a two-part question.
Take your time.
Okay, I'm gonna think about it.
Yeah, take your time.
So part one is do more should.
Yeah, so the first one is, do you think more stories should be told
Okay,
around
okay,
stuttering? There, let's
we're-
start there. We'll start with
we're
more.
gonna piecemeal it. Sorry, it's been a long day. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I do think more stories should be told around stuttering. I think it's such a niche, small, kind of talked about disorder that people kind of don't bring up and don't make mention of. But 1% of the population stutters, which is a lot of people. So many people stutter. Your cashier at Starbucks might stutter. Your bagger at Whole Foods might stutter. They're everywhere. And so I know there's definitely people that stutter, and we should be talking about it more often. It's really not brought up in media that often. I know that when the movie The King's Speech came out, it was a really, really big deal for the stuttering community. So it was the first time in probably ever that stuttering had been portrayed in a semi-positive light. And for the stuttering community, that was a very, very big deal. So yes, I would love to see more of it in the media, and I don't think it's talked about enough.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. And I know the King's Speech was such a big deal when it came out. Like, people feel like they connected, and luckily the actor did a really good portrayal of like showing stuttering. Like, I think his is one of like the top portrayals of it, which is amazing. So
Incredible. He's not even a person who stutters.
yeah, I didn't know that until learning like after years later. So yeah. Um, he is. So the part two of that question is, do you think some people who stutter will be willing to help share those stories?
So, do I think some people?
Do you think people who stutter will be willing to help tell those stories, or willing to be involved in telling those stories?
Absolutely. I think that people who stutter are willing to be involved and are willing to tell their story. I think we're waiting for a platform.
And here, this one is a start. So yeah. And then my last question is, from inviting Gregory to one NSA meeting to now being at a premiere, what's one piece of advice you would give a person who stutters, who's still a little afraid of stepping out and being themselves?
My one piece of advice is that go out there and find your people. There's a whole tribe of people out there that exist that are dealing with the same sorts of issues that you are. In my case, it's stuttering. In someone else's case, it might be someone that has, like, I have a friend that has fibromyalgia. She has a community of people that also have fibromyalgia. Go find your people and create a tribe and be together. You know, it's so powerful to be around other people that get it and that support you and understand you. I wouldn't have waited as long as I did to meet someone else that stutters. I was 20 years old when I met someone for the first time that stuttered. It's 20 years too late and too long. I wish I had a community much earlier on, and now I do. So events like this, movies like these, are really helpful in getting us all together and uniting.
Thank you so much, Sivan. Great job. Hey, David, how does it feel to be here tonight at the Beautiful Voice premiere?
Well, I am really excited because yeah, it is something that was created in our city within our chapter, and I am excited uh, to see what you guys did with your s- s- story.
Awesome. So my first question is, you've been a part of the NSA, the National Stuttering Association in Dallas chapter here for a while. Did you think a visitor attending the meeting would be inspired to make a film?
Well, that's a good question. No, I didn't see it uh, coming, but I am really happy um, that you all uh, did it.
That's amazing. My next question is: you have a small part in the film. When Gregory called you and asked for your help, what made you say yes?
Because I say yes to everything, and when he said it, I was like, "Oh, wanna be in a movie," and it's a short scene, which is excellent because I don't know how to act, but it is uh, cool being with you in this project.
Awesome. And this is off the record, but I know that you mentioned you just usually say yes. Where does that mindset come from, or what inspired that?
I think that one of the reasons is actually like when I was growing up with a stutter. Mm, I was scared of doing certain uh, things. So in reality, all over like my childhood and essentially up until my 30s, I was mm, scared of going places and doing things. Uh, mm, and actually, when I discovered the NSA was when I changed into someone who just goes for it and do the do everything I am is scared of. So it changed. Yeah.
I love that. Like, I'm so inspired by that. And my final question is, do you think there are more people who stutter that might be interested in filmmaking or film slash acting, and why?
Oh yeah, I think so. I uh, like uh, like a few years ago, I was actually writing a screenplay because I also wanted uh, to see a movie where the hero was someone with a stutter. So I know that I was one of them, and I am I am sure I am not the only one. So I hope that the people that see this get inspired to do the same.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, David. And I'll also last mention, I know that you're a photographer here in Dallas. Where can people follow you or look at your photography?
Oh, sure. Uh, um, uh, mm, my website is David the photo guy dot com, and my Instagram handle is the same one. David the photo guy.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, David. I hope you have a good evening tonight and enjoy the film.
Yes.
Hey, Libby, how does it feel to be here tonight at the Beautiful Voice premiere?
It feels really good. We've been waiting a while for this one, but it's finally here, and I'm excited to see how it turned out. It's a big turnout too, so I'm really excited for Greg, for the whole cast, and I think it's going to be a great time.
Awesome. So my first question is, Greg. Greg had mentioned you didn't make it to the casting call for this movie, but ended up becoming a lead. Can you tell us how that happened?
So I believe he saw my profile on Backstage and he liked my work, and we kind of just connected on that level. And then we met up, and then he kind of explained to me what the role was about. And then I was like, oh, I love it. I dig it. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to be a part, you know? And so I kind of did like a mini audition. He just kind of asked me questions and then to get a feel for it. And then after that, he was like, I think you'd be good for the lead. And I was like, I'd love to be a part. I'd love to be lead.
And that's what happened. You got the lead, so
Yeah,
that's
I know.
awesome.
It was super exciting.
Yeah. So my next question is, there are many stories that focus on a topic like stuttering too often. Did you feel any kind of pressure working on this film?
I wouldn't say necessarily pressure. I mean, I definitely like that it was bringing awareness to a more niche topic. I mean, I feel like stuttering is something that's not really talked about as much as like maybe other conditions. But yeah, I definitely think it's a pretty cool thing to be a part of.
I agree. And then my other question is, what's one reason why a person who stutters would enjoy watching this film or could take something away from this film?
Well, definitely because it's bringing awareness to something that people don't really talk about a lot, and so it can make me feel heard in a sense. I feel like what they could take away from it is that people can still live their life and do all the things even if they have a condition like that.
And then last question, is there anything else you want to share or any takeaways or things that you want people to take away from the film?
I want them to enjoy it first of all, and just believe in yourself and that you can do whatever you want as an actor, as a person that stutters. Just live your best life. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Livy. I hope you enjoy the film and have a good evening. Hey, Glenn. So, how does it feel to be here tonight at the Beautiful Voice film premiere?
Oh my goodness. I have just been waiting on this for 3.5 years and I'm so excited finally to see this. So, yeah, yes, I'm feeling great.
Awesome. Well, we're so happy to have you. So, my first question is, you were in Gregory's first short film, The Promise. How does it feel to be part of this film and see him finish after working on it so long?
You know, the thing is, it's such an honor to be in one of his films. And for him to remember me and want to keep working on it. And I'm just so proud of him because he's really come so far. And now to finally finish a full length feature film. And that he started with a regular cast and then he went back and did a wraparound cast and created a story with that. So kudos to him. I'm excited to see how it goes. And I think he's going to do great.
I think it's going to be great too. So, how do you think the audience will receive the character you played in this film?
I don't think they're going to like me very much at all for a little while. But hopefully, I have some redeeming qualities at the end to kind of bring it back.
I think so. I've seen it and I think so as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And then my last question is, from your perspective, why don't you think there are more film focused particularly on stuttering?
Well, the thing is they're a community that not a lot of people talk about because a lot of people want to turn the page really quickly. Whenever somebody starts stuttering or whatever, they start. Ooh, look at the time. I gotta go. And if they would just wait just a little bit, they will get their thoughts out to be able to do it. Stuttering is not something that people can help. They can try to overcome it, but it's never something that they should be faulted for or anything like that. And I think this is a great story to tell because a lot of the community doesn't know about this. And hey, I didn't even know that there was an American stuttering society. And I think Greg finding this niche and this need, I think kudos, chef's kiss. I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think so too. So is there anything else you want to share or anything else you want people to take away from the film tonight?
Well, I just want people to have a great time and come back because this is going to be really good, but I know he's got some other ideas cooking. So don't be sleeping on Mr. Greg Smith. So I'm so excited to see this. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Glenn. I hope you have a good evening tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the film.
definitely, I hope so too. He's kept it from me for so long.
Yes, thank you so much, Glenn.
You're so welcome.
Hey, Gregory, how are you doing? How are you feeling tonight?
I'm fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. My first question is, how does it feel to finally be here with this film, A Beautiful Voice?
It feels great. It feels great. I've been working on this film a long time, longer than what most would consider they like to spend on a feature film. But it feels good to finally be here. So I'm excited.
What made you stick through a lot of the ups and downs that you experienced when making this film?
I believe it's just because I told Sivan, a friend of mine who has a stutter, that I was gonna make a film. So as times got tough, I just stuck it out, and I wanted to finish it, just because I told her that I would, even if I would have ran from the friendship and we wouldn't have talked no more. It wouldn't have felt right with me. So I said I was gonna finish it, so I wanted to.
Do you believe you can tell more stories about stuttering?
After spending a lot of time around the NSA and people who stutter, which are, I would say, some good pals of mine now after going to a lot of their meetings, I think there are some more stories that can be told, but I think you would need more people who stutter to help you tell those stories.
Fully agree. And what do you hope is the outcome of this film, or what do you hope people take away from this film?
The takeaway is that I hope more people who stutter look into the arts. And I guess I may be saying that because I'm a writer director, so it would help me tell more stories. But if they are interested in acting or ever thought about it, I think there's room for them to act in this area, because it's more stories that can be told about stuttering, and I think we should use people who stutter to tell those stories.
And is there anything else you want people to take away or that you want to share about the film experience, people taking away? And then what's next for this film?
Takeaways is just spread more awareness about people who stutter. I've spoke with some SLPs, some speech language pathologists who also came to the premiere, so that was great. And especially growing up, when we hear people who stutter, we don't know everything about it, and we typically are making fun of it instead of really just understanding what's going on with those people. And there's nothing wrong with those people. It's just that they speak a little differently than us. So I want people who stutter to know, if you're interested, you can come and play in our world and film and tell stories, because I think it's more stories that they can tell and would like to if they just had a partner to help them do that. So I'm hoping that's one of the biggest outcomes for the film. Not only that, I hope more people see the film. I'm gonna get it to the people that can get it to the people that need to see it, but I hope it just causes us to do more collaboration in the future.
Thank you so much.